Who Dat Nation? Get your reservations. They going to the Super Bowl. They going to Atlanta, Georgia. That's where they going. Don't get me started with Jared Goff either, particularly when you don't have Cooper Kupp. All right, and Todd Gurley ain't 100%. There is nobody that has a shot to go in New Orleans and beat that team.
I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. The past is gone, it went by like dust to dawn. Isn't that the way? Everybody's got tattoos in life to pray. You gotta lose, you know how to win. Half my life's in books, reading pages, live and learn from fools and from sages. You know it's true. All the things you do come back to you. Yeah. Sing with me, sing for the year, sing for the laughter, sing for the tear. Sing with me, it's just for the day. Maybe tomorrow the glow will take away.
Welcome to a new Clash of the Horns, and the LA Rams will be facing the Saints in the NFC Championship game on Sunday. And what a way to do it. The Rams to go to the Super Bowl if they can go and beat the Saints, the best team in the NFC, and basically the ones that everyone's already calling Super Bowl champions, even though they're going to play another 13-3 team that they barely beat. So the Rams are the underdogs in this game. They're going to be going into New Orleans, an atmosphere that we've been into already about 4 times in the last 5 years. And I think the Rams can go into this game and come out with a victory. But they have to do a couple of things, and I'm going to start talking about those right now. Michael Thomas has to be double teamed. I don't care who double teams him, whether it's John Johnson, Aqib Talib, or Marcus Peters and LaMarcus Joyner, but they have to double team him. They can't let him beat him. You can't let one guy beat you, because that's basically what Mike Thomas has been doing this season all year, is having to destroy secondaries by himself. And I don't know if they play off of him by 8 yards, but they give him those easy yards and he's just piling up on yards, and then it hits you with a big play. So they have to play man-to-man, double team, and make his life a living hell, and don't give him that option, especially on third down. Drew Brees loves to throw to Mike Thomas, especially on third down, and we have to stop that. I don't care what they do, if they put Nicole Roby-Coleman and let's say LaMarcus Joyner, it doesn't matter, or John Johnson. Double team him at all costs. He reminds me of Kettle from the 49ers, where they just keep feeding the ball, force feeding him. That's Mike Thomas. They're just going to keep throwing the ball on him. So I feel like if Aqib Talib can get after Mike Thomas, and maybe every once in a while they can double team him on third down, the Rams can have a chance to win this game. If they just keep a one-on-one and he keeps getting those crucial third downs, like I saw the Saints versus the Eagles, it was 3rd down and 16, and he'll come out with that 1st down, man. They find a way. So we have to make sure that they get double teamed. Like, I feel like Kamara isn't really that dangerous compared to Mike Thomas now. It's getting ridiculous how many times I've seen that guy just take over games with Drew Brees. So that's one way to beat them. I feel like Aqib Talib coming back, this defense is a whole different team. This defense they allow less points against the Rams with Aqib Talib there. I think they average about 30 points when he's not there and like 17 or 18 when he's there. So Aqib Talib is a big headline going into this game and how he does against Mike Thomas, and man, he's more of our shutdown guy. And when we first were talking about Los Angeles, every single guy in that secondary, whether it's Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters, John Johnson, LaMarcus Joyner, and Nikel Roby-Coleman, they all had their role. But when you're missing Aqib Talib, the shutdown corner, then who's your next best corner? Well, people were saying Marcus Peters. Well, Marcus Peters is more of a zone guy. He's not a man-to-man corner. So that already there is going to throw off your whole secondary because every single piece had its place. So now with Aqib Talib back, I feel like the Rams are going to be more balanced. And if you want a Star Wars analogy, he brings balance to the force that is the Rams defense. And when you have guys like Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh, Michael Brocker, Samson Ebukam, and Dante Fowler, those guys are going to have to show up. Because if they allow Drew Brees to throw the ball all day, kind of like they did last game, certain instances they played good defense, but it just wasn't enough, especially when you give out 45 points or whatever the scoreboard was, like 45, 46. You're not going to win much games if you don't create enough pressure. And that's one of the things the Rams have to do, is you can't just rely on Aaron Donald. They will be double teaming him. I already know. They already know that. We all know that. Aaron Donald will be double teamed because they know that he's just that damn good and he can wreck games by himself. So Dante Fowler, Ebukam, especially Ndamukong Suh, being that he's up there in the defensive tackle category that Aaron Donald is. It's just that he's playing a different role. He's playing more of the nose tackle position to stop the run, which was a very good pickup by the Rams, but we haven't seen much from Ndamukong Suh except in the Cowboys game when he said that he didn't want to go home. Hopefully he doesn't want to go home on Sunday, because if they lose, that's the season. And the only reason he came to play for the Rams is because he felt like he was going to win a Super Bowl, or he had an ability or the chance to even make the playoffs here. So we have to see what they do. I feel like I want to see more from all the other guys. I know that everyone wants to talk about the stars, but to me the real headlines are the guys that aren't given that much recognition. Like Nikel Roby-Coleman. Like what kind of difference is he gonna make? Or a guy like Josh Reynolds, or another player like, let's say, Corey Littleton, like the in-between guys that are above average in skill. Those guys are going to have to play their butts off if they want to win this game, because we know the superstars like Aaron Donald and Todd Gurley and Jared Goff and Brandon Cooks and Robert Woods, those guys will be basically game planned on. So that allows everyone else to become more of a danger. I want to see what Gerald Everett does in this game and Tyler Higbee. We really didn't use them that much last time, especially Everett. I think the game against the Saints, the Chiefs, really show what he can do. I want to see a little bit more Gerald Everett in the passing game and just become a lethal threat in the passing game. Because if we're going to be trying to give the ball to C.J. Anderson and Todd Gurley, I know for sure the Saints are going to be game planning for those guys, especially with Sheldon Rankins, their best defensive tackle, gone and injured because of I think he had an ACL tear. They're going to be game planning to stop the run. So the best thing for that is a play action pass down the field. And I want to see mixed matches against their linebackers. I want to see their corners try to stop our wide receivers. I want to see Brandon Cooks come into this game and really show up against his former team that ended up trading him anyway. So that's one of the things about the Rams. We have to make sure that our guys that aren't superstars contribute more to the success of this team. And this is a very important part where depth matters. You cannot always allow on your best players and rely on them the whole time. So that's one thing. And also, another way to beat the Saints the Rams offensive line has to play lights out. Last time the Rams got manhandled offensively on the offensive line, they lost that battle last time. Cameron Jordan, man, that guy is a brawler. Sheldon Rankins, that linebacker, those linebackers are great. That secondary is great. They did a really good job. Davenport, the rookie, he's a baller too. Out of UTEP, I think that's where he's from. He is a powerful man, and the Saints did a good job of acquiring talent in the draft this past season, and now look where they're at. So that's one of the things about the Saints is their defense, I feel, is just as good as their offense. But the Rams have to want to win this. It's more of a game of will. Like, who wants this game more? Because we know we're good. We're 13-3. The media keeps, hyping up the Saints and kissing their rear end, while the Rams get basically don't get hardly any media coverage until they beat the Cowboys, because a lot of people thought the Cowboys were going to beat the Rams, and the Rams are here a 13-3 team. The Cowboys end up being like 10-6 and 11-5. So that shows you what kind of respect they have for the Rams. But going into this game, half the people I've seen have picked the Rams, half of them have picked the Saints. But if the Rams want to win this game, offensive line has to play lights out. We have to be able to control the time of possession, and that's what the Saints ended up doing to us last game. So I think Cooper Kupp not being here isn't really much of a problem, because I feel like Josh Reynolds has done a really decent job coming into this game and contributing down the field. He's more of a deep threat guy than he is a slot receiver. But like I've said in previous videos, if they can use Robert Woods in the slot position, or maybe Brandon Cooks, then that will really help the Rams in that case. So talking about head coaches, both Seans, I think Sean McVay and Sean Payton are basically the same people, except that Sean McVay is more of a guy that he relies a lot on the passing game. That's one of the things about Sean McVay. And when we lose, it's because Sean McVay likes to pass the ball way too much. And when he passes the ball way too much, he gives the ball into the hands of Jared Goff, who's a really good quarterback. But when you have a Ferrari, actually now you have two Ferraris, Todd Gurley and C.J. Anderson, you have to give them the ball. And the Rams, I think they rushed the ball more than like 24 times, they end up winning, I think, all their games except one. So the Rams have to be very, very careful in overusing Jared Goff, especially in a bad atmosphere. I like the way that they didn't rely on him too much against the Cowboys. I felt like they did just enough offensively on the passing game to win that game. And that's exactly what role I want Jared Goff to have, because there's no room for error. If you make a mistake against the Saints, they will murder you. They will destroy you. And same thing with the Rams. If you end up giving the ball to the Rams, they can score a touchdown in about 3 possessions. Just give me 3 plays, Sean McVay can move you down the field, and he can score a touchdown on you. So that's one of the things. This is, to me, the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship game will be the Super Bowl. Whoever wins this game will go on and win the Super Bowl. I don't feel like the Chiefs will end up beating the Rams or the Saints. I don't feel like the Patriots defense can withstand either team's offense in the NFC Championship game. So I think the Patriots will lose to the Rams. I would think the Chiefs will lose to the Rams. That's just me. I feel like the AFC has just become way too soft, and the NFC is where the real teams are at right now. So whoever wins this game, in my opinion, has the Saints and the Rams are a whole different level than the Chiefs and the Patriots, in my opinion. So we have to see. We have to wait and see what happens. And one thing as well, the Rams and Saints history against each other is possibly one of the most underspoken rivalries that I've seen ever in the NFL, especially back in the 80s and 90s, until the realignment of the NFC West and the NFC South. So this, to me, I think is the OGs, the triple OGs back in the day. This means a lot to them, man. This means a whole lot to them. And this Super Bowl chance, this NFC Championship game, means a whole lot to both teams. Because if Drew Brees ends up winning a Super Bowl, he's going to go out a Super Bowl champion in the sunset, and he's going to call it a career. If the Rams win a Super Bowl, I'm not sure if Wade Phillips will stay coaching longer. I'm pretty sure Andrew Whitworth and our center John Sullivan, those guys might end up calling it a career. Who knows? Maybe Ndamukong might call it a career. Maybe that's the only thing missing from Ndamukong's resume is Super Bowl champion. So this is going to mean a whole lot to both teams, especially both coaches. Sean McVay's first, Sean Payton's last, maybe his final one. Maybe if they win it, Drew Brees might retire, and so will Sean Payton. So we have to wait and see what happens. But on all honesty, you guys, I think this game is going to be determining the Super Bowl champion. So let me know what you guys think. Like I've said, if the Rams can out there and get the possession game going on, if they go run the clock, if they go play action pass a lot, because we're the best at the play action pass with Jared Goff. He's basically the king of offense. If we can do that, play decent defense, get points in the first 3 quarters so you don't have to be chasing points in the 4th quarter, is key for Sean McVay to win this game. No trick plays. Maybe go 4th and 1 if it's in their side of the field. But honestly, in my opinion, get the points as you can get them. And then by the 4th quarter, everything becomes crucial. And you don't want to be chasing points, man. We don't want to be like the Saints game last time where we were out there chasing and coming back from a big deficit and then ended up losing on the final 5 minutes of the game. So we have to make sure we play smart football. We have to make sure we play tough football. And best of all, let's go Rams. Let's go to the Super Bowl, you guys. Until next time, horns up, go Rams. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, leave a share. Until next time, you guys, horns up.
Tonight because of a pulled leg muscle, so Flipper Anderson will be his big play target. He is averaging a league-leading 30.7 yards a catch. Play action by Everett. Throws complete at the 35-yard line. Has Flipper. Everett out throwing quickly to Anderson. Forced out of bounds. Has another first down at the 45-yard line. Comes the blitz. Swilling almost got there. Anderson made the catch. Look out. The guy can fly. Waymer held him up. He got to the 40-yard line. Flipper Anderson. Everett unloads in a hurry. Anderson, first down. Pushed out of bounds by Waymer. Able to break one of those this year in spite of his great speed. Everett, the quick out to Anderson across the 30 to the 31. Toy Cook. Here comes the blitz. Everett unloads. Trying for Anderson. Got it. That time he beat the rookie Robert Massey, and what a throw by Everett to get it there.
Well, he throws this one. Give you an idea how nobody walks anymore in the NBA.
So it's 2nd and 20 now. Flag is down. Anderson with the catch. Avoids Milton Mack. Picks up another 6-7 yards. Driven out of bounds at the 45. We'll check the flag. It looks like Jackson comes on the blitz. Everett throws complete. Flipper Anderson got out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It's another first down. Robert Massey
becoming that 4th wide receiver, and they're just bringing guys off the corner.
Clock running. Rams in their hurry-up offense. Everett wants Anderson deep. Caught the ball. He's down at the 4. That time he beat Massey.
And that time Everett threw the ball inside. Everett moving his ball club to the line of scrimmage. Here he just goes up inside. He does. Does he have it? Yes, he does have it.
Yep.
He absolutely does have it, and then it gets knocked away from him.
9 catches for Anderson. 217. 2nd and 32. Everett unloads for Anderson. Great throw, and Anderson down to the Saint 37-yard line. No timeouts left. A gain of 20. Anderson caught another one at the 15. Oh, the Rams are holding on by their
Jim Moore was sort of hoping.
Everett for Anderson. Touchdown! Holy cow! Flipper Anderson with a career night in the 4th quarter.
Got to watch it in that seam route. There it is.
Anderson What a huge night. He's down at the 35. Clock running. 3rd and 6. Blitz. Everett with time to Anderson. First down and more. Anderson to the 40-yard line of the New Orleans Saints. Toy Cook got a finger on him. A gain of 14 for Flipper Anderson. 310 yards.
This is just speed. All Anderson does is take off across the field. Toy Cook, the best thing he can do is catch him. Just gets his heel. He doesn't get his heel. He's got another 20 yards down the sideline.
Flipper Anderson has just set an NFL record. 310 yards per season. Everett has thrown for 423 yards, a career high. Blitz. Anderson. Got it.
No question. They split him to the top of the screen so that they could get one-on-one.
15 catches, 336 yards. That's incredible.
And that's one. And then you look at Everett's numbers: 29 for 50, 449. Boy, you saw Jim Morris saying, "Oh boy, that's about all he could do." His defense played exceptional the second half. His offense sputtered a bit. Lansford comes through with another clutch kick, and Flipper Anderson put on a clinic tonight.
One of the greatest comebacks in the fourth quarter that I've ever seen. Only 14 points, not in terms of points, but the New Orleans Saints defense had hampered Los Angeles all night long. They'd given them absolutely nothing, and the Rams sucked it up and got it done.